Ok, sigan aplaudiendo. Suena bien. Por todo el mundo. Por todo el mundo sí. La dejaré brillar. Sí, por todo el mundo sí. La dejaré brillar. Por todo el mundo sí. La dejaré brillar. Brillará, brillará, brillará. Eso suena muy bien. Sigan aplaudiendo así. Ok, ahora canta conmigo más bajito. Aun cuando hay temor, la dejaré brillar. Aun cuando hay temor, la dejaré brillar. Aun cuando hay temor, la dejaré brillar. Brillará, brillará, brillará. Mi pequeñita luz, la dejaré brillar. Mi pequeñita luz, la dejaré brillar, mi pequeñita luz. La dejaré brillar, brillará, brillará, brillará. Oh, brillará, brillará, brillará. Oh, brillará, brillará, brillará. We worship the God who is. We worship the God who evermore will be. He opened the prison doors. He parted the raging sea. My God, He holds the victory. Yeah. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. Oh, oh, we shout out your praise. We sing to the God who heals. We sing to the God who saves. We sing to the God who always makes a way. 'Cause He hung up on that cross, then He rose up from that grave. My God, still rolling stones away. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. And we won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. We were the beggars, now we're royalty. We were the prisoners, now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. 'Cause we were the beggars, now we're royalty. We were the prisoners, now we're running free. We are forgiven, accepted, redeemed by His grace. Let the house of the Lord sing praise. There's joy in the house. There is joy in this house. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. And we won't be quiet.
todos cantaban y todos alababan al Señor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Somos tus hijos, Dios Padre eterno, tú nos has creado por amor. Te alabamos, te bendecimos y todos cantamos en tu honor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Todos unidos, alegres cantamos, glorias y alabanzas al Señor. Gloria al Padre, gloria al Hijo, gloria al Espíritu de amor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. 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 Juan vio el número de los redimidos y todos alababan al Señor. Unos oraban, otros cantaban y todos alababan al Señor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Somos tus hijos, Dios Padre eterno, tú nos has creado por amor. Te alabamos, te bendecimos y todos cantamos en tu honor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Todos unidos, alegres cantamos, glorias y alabanzas al Señor. Gloria al Padre, gloria al Hijo, gloria al Espíritu de amor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor. Alabaré, 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 alabaré a mi Señor.
You guys stomp your feet like that? Now let's clap together. That's it. Keep it going. Let's sing this little light of mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
All right, keep clapping now. Sounds good? Everywhere I go.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine.
Yes,
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Oh, that sounds so good. That's called clapping on the backbeat. All right, sing this real quiet with me now.
Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine.
Yeah,
'cause even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. Oh, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Sunny days. Oh, hi there. I'm Soul. Isn't that a cheery song? That's because it's all about me. Yep, nothing cheers people up like when I come out. You might wonder, just what is the sun? Sure, you can see that I'm very bright, and you might know that I'm blazing hot. But what makes me that way? Well, I'm known as a main sequence star. That's a fancy way of saying that I'm mostly made up of two gases, hydrogen and helium, and that I'm shaped like a ball. I'm also a lot bigger than your home planet, Earth. I'm 110 times as wide, which means you could actually fit around 1 million Earths inside me. Whoa! But I wouldn't recommend that. Grown-ups have probably told you not to touch the stove when it's on. It's so hot, it'll burn you. But I'm even hotter, like way hotter. But here's how amazing God is. God put the earth just the right distance away from me so that you get the right amount of heat to live. I'm far enough away that it takes 8 minutes for my light to reach the earth. And I don't want to brag, but I'm pretty important to life on Earth. For one thing, my heat makes it possible for your planet to have water. Lots and lots of water. Yep, you need water for plants, animals, and people to live on Earth. My light even helps your body. Sunlight keeps you healthy and makes your bones stronger. Hanging out in the sun is always a bright idea. I'm so good for you. Just don't forget to put on some sunscreen. One thing I'm great at is cheering people up. Maybe that's why people sometimes talk about sad times as cloudy and happy times as sunny. In fact, sometimes people get extra sad in the winter when I'm not around as much. That's called seasonal affective disorder, or SAD for short. Being in the sun helps your body make a chemical that puts you in a better mood. My sunny rays can bring cheer to the saddest of days. But even if I'm hiding behind closed doors or can't shine as much in the winter, Jesus is always there to cheer you up, and you can turn around and shine His light on others who need a smile. In the Bible, the book of John chapter 14 verse 1 says, "Don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God." When you see someone who looks sad, or maybe someone who's crying, you can be like me and bring cheer into their lives. When people are sad, shine Jesus' light.
Meet the Laughlin family.
We are
The Laughlins!
Hi, my name is Caden and I'm 12 years old. Hi, my name is Caleb and I'm 11.
Hi, my name is Colton and I am 8 years old. Hi, my name is Coa and I am 6.
The Laughlin family loves playing games, spending time with each other, and traveling all over the country. But Caden, Caleb, Colton, Cora, and their parents are not only a close-knit family, they also team up to shine Jesus' light in shocking, entertaining, and exciting ways. They're illusionists. An illusionist is a person who does things that seem impossible, but uses techniques and actions that make them possible. With a number of tricks up their sleeves, the Laughlins wow audiences all over the United States.
I travel around the world lots of countries and states.
I have performed in 42 different states.
All that travel means that this big family needed a creative way to get from point A to point B.
So we normally travel in our bus, but sometimes we travel in our van and planes and stuff.
My favorite way is probably traveling in the bus.
This is like the living room. This is like the kitchen area. This is the bathroom. It's pretty small.
This is my bunk bed. And this is Caden's bunk bed. And this is Courtney's bunk bed. And this is Caleb's bunk bed. And we even have a dog, Coco. This is her bunk bed.
This is Mom and Dad's room.
Bye!
Bye!
The Laughlin shows aren't just filled with amazing illusions, they're also used to share the truth about Jesus.
I think what we do is a good way to tell people about Jesus, because a lot of people will think like, oh, look, there's a magic show, and they'll come to it, and then we get to share gospel with them. So today I want to tell you guys an amazing story, and this story is absolutely true and real. It's the story of the day that Jesus died upon the cross for us. And in fact, this feather is going to help us tell that story. And you see, Jesus was the only perfect person. And the Bible says that our sin is like scarlet, which is a red color. And some people say, wait a minute, if our sin is like scarlet, why would that color help us think of Jesus? It was not because Jesus did anything wrong, but he took all of our sin upon himself. And through Jesus, we can know that even though our sin is like scarlet, through him we can be washed as white as snow.
The Laughlins know that their talents are gifts that they can use to shine Jesus' light. And that shining Jesus' light is a great way to lift spirits.
I think we shine Jesus' light by going and telling them about Jesus. I think that is what we do.
In the Bible, book of John, chapter 14, verse 1, it says, "Don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God." We all know it's hard to cheer up a friend or family member when they're feeling sad. What they really need is the light of Jesus. The Laughlins know that people in the audience may have come to their show feeling sad.
When people are sad, our show makes them feel better.
In fact, showing people the light of Jesus is exactly what the Laughlins want to do with their shows.
I hope they feel like they came to know Jesus better and that they liked it and had fun.
You may not know how to perform illusions like the Laughlins, but you have amazing gifts and talents that God has given you to shine Jesus' light. If you have a friend who is feeling low, maybe a compliment or a funny joke is exactly what they need to hear. If you have a family member who is feeling sad, a big hug is a great way to cheer them up. Remember, when people are sad,
Shine Jesus' light. Shine Jesus' light.
Shine Jesus' light.
Okay, so really quick, did you guys see? What were some of the ways that the Laughlin family traveled? Did they say? They said that they traveled how? How did they travel? Yes. On the bus, and she said they actually liked that bus transportation. Now, what's the other way? Yes, they went by plane, they went by bus, and I think they had said, did they? The van, yes. They had said that they were either on the van, on the bus, or on the plane, but they really liked which one? The bus. Why did they like the bus? Can anybody tell me why they liked the bus? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, do all buses have beds? No, those are kind of special buses. What kind of buses are they? What kind of buses are they? Does anybody know what they are called? It's kind of like a mobile home, but it runs on wheels. It's called campers. okay? And these campers, I don't know, they can be attached to like trucks, or you can actually have an entire camper and you turn on the car, and the front side they have like seats so you can sit on, and the back is just like the beds. There's even like a kitchen. Did you see there was a bathroom in there, a little bathroom? Did you see how much they had, like how many bunk beds? Did you guys count how many bunk beds were in there? Yes, there were 4, and they even had one for the doggy. Did you guys see the little doggy that they had there? Okay, well, today's Bible verse, okay, if you notice here, guys, we are talking about soul today. And when people are sad, it says shine Jesus light, and the Bible verse is don't let your hearts be troubled, trust in God. So I want you to repeat after me, okay? We're looking at this Bible verse right here. Oh yeah, there should be a screen there that says that. So it says here, don't let your hearts be troubled, trust in God. Okay, so I'm going to get the guys to start off first. Guys, I want to have you guys say this. Don't let your hearts be troubled, trust in God. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and have all of you guys say this. So, don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. One more time. Don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. And that is John 14:1. Okay? John 14:1. Okay, one more time. Don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. John 14:1. Okay? So again, when people are sad, honey, that's fine. When people are sad, right? Shine Jesus light. Okay. So really quick, let me tell you what the story is about today. Today's story, this is the last time I'm going to tell you guys. Mia, I need you to take a seat. Sarah, I need you to take a seat. Okay? Today's Bible story talks about when Jesus is at the cross. You guys remember when Jesus is at the cross? Yes, I do. We're just going to wait a little moment, okay? Okay, so when Jesus was at the cross, you guys remember that he was about to get killed, okay? And when he's about to get killed, he looks at his mom, and he's like, who am I going to leave my mom with? So at this point, there is a man named, does anybody remember the name of the guy that was close? His name, the disciple that was there, his name was John, okay? And Jesus looks at John and it says, John, here's your mother. And what he's telling him, please take care of mommy. You know, like, please take care of my mom. Because he didn't want to leave her alone. Yeah. Yeah, but at that time, we see that Jesus is right at the crucifixion, and she's by herself at that time with other. It was John, and I think there was another Mary, and I think there was I think there might have been a couple more. Yeah, you're right. And so what ended up happening is that at this point, he didn't want to leave her mom alone, because she did have other sons, but he wanted to make sure that she was not sad, you know, because she was about to lose her son, you know, that was like the firstborn for her. So she was sad, and the Lord made sure that she didn't feel alone. Okay, all right, guys. So once again, can you guys look up on the screens? Look up on your screens right here, and let's see. What is the Bible point? The Bible point says, when people are sad, shine Jesus' light. Okay? The Bible verse was, don't let your hearts be troubled, trust in God. John 14:1. And the story was when Jesus cares for his mother when he's about to be crucified. Okay, so remember, he made sure that she was taken care of. And all of us, we have to remember that sometimes there's going to be people that are sad. Some people are going to be very sad because of things that go on. But you know what? We have to be the light. We have to make sure that they feel happy and that they feel the joy that it is to know the Lord. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to hand out today's Bible verse, and we're going to go ahead and hand out the coloring page for today. Okay? So I'm going to give you about a few minutes. And so just make sure you take your time. As you guys are coloring, we're coming around to give you guys the little soul for today, okay? All right, so if you guys need crayons or markers, they're over here. So you can go ahead and make your space down here to make sure that you can color here.